I'm a DJ boy, going to Dcentral, making NFT, I'm a DeFi, being crypto poor but JPay rich.
But let me introduce our next speaker. We have from Cronos a bridge between traditional finance, bridging over to DeFi, and being that, how do we take them from here into the world of Web3? We have Timsit representing Cronos.
Good afternoon. My name is Ken. I'm really, really happy to be here with you today. It's a very impressive room. I can't really see who's in the room because of the lights, but I'd like to know who among you is building DeFi or gaming applications on the blockchain? Okay, a few people, right? So I'm here to tell you why you should care about Cronos and what measures we're putting in place to support builders and developers to create DeFi and gaming applications on that chain. So, what is Cronos? So Cronos is known for two things. First, it is within the Cosmos ecosystem, the first chain that is EVM compatible. EVM compatible means that from the standpoint of users and developers, using Cronos is exactly the same as using any other Ethereum compatible chains with the same wallets, the same development frameworks, and the same tools that you can expect from a top-tier EVM compatible chain. And secondly, Cronos differentiates itself as being the chain that counts Crypto.com as its strategic partner. So Crypto.com is a centralized exchange. And today, if you're asking yourself, where is the next billion users of Web3 going to come from? They're going to come from centralized exchanges. As of the end of last year, around 300 million people had purchased a crypto, most of them from a centralized exchange. And by the end of 2022, we can expect that 600 to 800 million people will have purchased their first crypto, mostly through a centralized exchange. And so, if you're looking at where are the next billion users in Web3, they are today already purchasing their first Bitcoin or Ether. They're starting to think about migrating to the world of self-custody, decentralized networks, DeFi and NFTs to find more interesting opportunities. And Cronos is really positioned to make that transition easier and safer. So we're a chain that is live since the end of last year. As I said, it's a chain that is built on the Cosmos SDK, and the implication of that is that in terms of ability to transact on it, it is cheap, it is fast, it is environment friendly, as you could expect from a Tendermint consensus-based chain. So the big draw, if you're a developer and you're thinking about launching your application on a chain, is of course that we are part of this Crypto.com ecosystem. So Crypto.com is a separate project, an entity. But what you can expect if you're building on Cronos is that for Crypto.com users, the on-ramp, the off-ramp, the visibility that you're going to have as a project that is part of the same ecosystem are unparalleled. And so the unique selling point for you is really access to that addressable base of 50 million users around the world. Out of those 50 million users, so far close to 1 million have already migrated to Cronos, the decentralized network. And we've barely scratched the surface and expect many more to join us in the coming months. Traction has been tremendous so far. We very quickly reached the 7th rank amongst all chains in the world in terms of total value locked in DeFi protocols. As I said, we're nearing 1 million users. We'll get there by the end of June or sometime in July. We're currently supporting around 400,000 transactions per day, which means that not only are there users, but those users are highly engaged. On average, they're making a transaction every 2 days. They are always looking for the next DeFi and GameFi protocol. And for you as a Dapps builder, it means an opportunity to be exposed to a crowd that is always trying new things. Over 250 Dapps have already chosen Cronos as their home, but there is space for more. And I'm going to talk a bit later about the programs that we have in place to make that happen. Because of the nature of our user base, which is very retail, kind of the Robin Hood generation, the types of dApps that are successful on Cronos tend to be retail dApps, so retail DeFi dApps, as well as gaming applications, which oftentimes are built around an NFT-based universe. So on this slide here, you can see some of the examples of successful dApps on Cronos. Some of them went from 0 to more than $1 billion of total value locked in just a few weeks. And so I think that there's really a tremendous opportunity for people in this room who are thinking about joining an ecosystem where you have lots of users, perhaps not yet as many high quality dApps, and therefore a huge opportunity to make a difference. So to recap, why build on Cronos? The Cronos family first, so this addressable user base of 50 million users. The demand and passion that those users have when it comes to retail DeFi and gaming applications. The fact that in terms of technology, we've decided to go with something that works. We've leveraged the base of the Cosmos and the Ethereum world. And so we're building on this amazing community of developers as opposed to trying to build our own thing outside of those ecosystems. Because of the integration with a centralized exchange, on-ramp and off-ramp are incredibly easy and can be done in any of the world's top 50 cryptocurrencies, most of which have a wrapped or synthetic version on Cronos. And finally, there is Cronos Labs, of which I'm the head, and that's the entity that is in charge of promoting the Cronos ecosystem and supporting developers. Sorry. So what do we do for developers? I think there was an additional slide that got lost in transit. So we have a grant program, and we just recently announced an accelerator program. The grant program is for either very early stage projects or for projects that are already on another chain and are thinking of integrating Cronos. And so a grant is typically a $10,000 to $50,000 milestone-based grant that we give out so that projects can complete an audit, complete their integration to Cronos, add something to their product that will enhance the user experience or something like that. And then the second program that we just announced yesterday and that we're launching now is the Cronos Accelerator Program. The Cronos Accelerator Program is backed by a $100 million fund. It is going to be a quarterly program. Each quarter, 10 startups are going to be selected in 3 verticals: DeFi, GameFi, and infrastructure. And those startups are going to go through a 10-week program with our support to refine their product market fit, get introductions to partners, advisors, and investors. And the goal is that at the end of those 10 weeks, their pitch, their product market fit are tipped up, and they're able to move on to their next stage of growth with a financial commitment from us, which will range from $100,000 to $300,000 per project. to be complemented with the money that they can raise from VCs who are also partners of this accelerator program. So if you want to know more, one destination, Cronos.org, which is the website of the Cronos chain, and our Twitter account. And so my name is Ken Timsit. I'll be around for the rest of the day. We have a booth at the mezzanine, and we'll be happy to take any question. Thanks for your attention, and have a great rest of your stay in Austin.